the 4 seasons.
Nice to be in orbit.
Our planet is an amazing place. It takes planet Earth 365 days to complete one full orbit around the Sun. During an orbit, the Earth cycles through the 4 seasons. During the autumn, the temperatures begin to cool. You might like to think of autumn as a season of preparation, as plants and animals get ready for the cold winter. Deciduous trees drop most of their leaves. Some warm-blooded animals create dens ready for hibernation. Days start to become shorter, and nights start to grow longer. Autumn is full of amazing colours as leaves change from greens to yellows, reds, oranges and browns. Now it's time to hand over to Charlotte, and Charlotte will help us to explore the qualities of the 4 seasons using movement and dance. Over to you, Charlotte.
Hi everyone, my name is Charlotte and today we're going to do some movement and dance to help you understand the seasons. Before we start, if you can make sure that you're in clothes that you can move in, so nothing too tight or restrictive, and make sure that everywhere around you is clear so that you've got a little bit of space to do some movement, and don't worry if it's not too much. So we've just finished spring and summer. Which season comes next? That's right, it's autumn. So the journey of our autumn dance will go like this. We'll start in the back corner. As we travel down stage, we'll be moving our arms over our heads and sweeping down to the floor. This is representing leaves falling from the trees. We'll have some quick leaves, we'll have some slower leaves. So one section, we'll have some slow leaves falling right down to the floor. We'll then move down to the ground. We'll have a section on the floor where we'll be feeling the earth. We will also be playing with the leaves for some sections. We'll throw some leaves above our heads. We'll also enjoy the last few rays of sunlight that we'll be getting. So there's some sections with our palms sprayed nice and wide, trying to absorb the sunlight. We'll finish on the floor, representing the last leaf falling before winter. Watch out for these specific moves. So with this move, we'll be feeling the leaves around us. I want you to imagine that you're on the ground in a big pile of leaves for this one. So you'll feel the leaves around you, you'll feel the leaves around you, and then you'll pick up a giant ball of leaves and chuck them above you and see the colours around you as they fall. So with this move, what I'd like you to watch out for is we're stepping high on our toes, over our heads, like the tree leaves falling, and then we're going to sweep a big pile in front of us as we go past. So it's high leaves falling to the ground and sweep around you. So this last move, what we'll be watching out for is your hands to be nice and sprayed like this, to be absorbing all of the UV rays from the sun as the last few rays of sunlight are coming through in autumn. So we'll be stretching right out, trying to absorb every last piece, and same the other way. So keep an eye out for those moves while we now move on to our dance. Here we go. When you picture autumn, what do you imagine? What do you see? I personally see lots of colours. I see lots of browns and oranges. I also see leaves falling from the tree, changing colour and going down to the earth. I also see a change in weather as it's starting to get closer to winter. And I see animals preparing to hibernate in their burrows, in the ground and in trees. Which element do you think is paired with autumn? Great job, it's earth. When the leaves fall from the trees, they eventually become part of the earth. Let's get dancing. To start this dance, we're going to start in the back corner. So, again, if you've only got a small amount of space, no problem. Just be in the back corner of that space that you're in.
Are you ready? Get into position, just like Charlotte. Okay, here we go.
When we hear the start of the music, I want you to walk on your toes, but quite slowly. So we're going to step forward. We do step, 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 and sweep. Then repeat. Step, 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 and sweep. As we're doing that, I want our arms to imagine that we're gliding up to touch the tree, and then we fall down like a leaf falling to the ground over our head. But we've got the 4 steps to do one arm movement, so the arms are really slow, like this. So we go 1, 2, 3, and swish, and then the other way. 1, 2, 3, and swish. Great job. Let's try that one more time. If you start your arms with the leg that you're stepping onto, you'll end with your hands in the right direction, like this. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. To finish off this little bit, we're going to step out to the side. This hand comes over, reaches right up to the tree, and falls down like a leaf all the way to the ground, so that you're in this slightly awkward position. You're going to bend this leg, slide this one out to the side, and touch the ground. Good. From there, we're going to come out of this position by tucking our leg. So we're here, we're going to tuck this leg underneath us, like this. We're going to swing round, roll to the back, and end on our knees. Now you've got time to do that, so don't worry about rushing it or spinning as quick as you can to get round to this position. You've got plenty of time in the music. So let's talk that through once more. We've done our sweeps. Coming out of the sweep, we do step over, the leaf falls down to the ground, we slide the leg out. We're then going to tuck and roll. Tuck under us, slowly roll, ending on our knees with our hands in our lap. Great job. I then want you to imagine around you is a big pile of leaves, those like crunchy autumnal leaves that are lovely colours. So I want you to sweep your hand around, imagining there's loads of leaves and you're making a nice pattern in the leaves. Same the other side. And then I want you to pick up a giant handful of these and stand up. So you can use either leg to stand up, same as we did in the spring dance. Stand up with our feet together, and you're going to chuck the leaves in the air and imagine that they're exploding over your head and falling on top of you. That's the end of the first section. Let's recap.
Are you ready? Get into position, just like Charlotte. Okay, here we go.
So, we start with our walks. Step, 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 and swish. Step, 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 and swish. Over, fall down to the floor, and roll. Slowly take your time to your knees and prep. Glide, glide, grab the leaves, stand, chuck them in the air over you. And actually, let's just finish off this little bit. As you chuck them, I want you to imagine that you're shaking, that you're the tree and you're shaking the leaves off you. So you just are literally going to do a tiny little shake down to the ground. That is the end of the first section. Let's try it with the music.
Are you ready? Get into position, just like Charlotte. Okay, here we go.
We start with our walks. Step, 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 and swish. Step, 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 and swish. Over, fall down to the floor, and roll. Slowly take your time to your knees. Glide, glide, grab the leaves, stand, chuck them in the air over you, shake. Really well done, everybody. Carrying on from there, after we've done our little leaf shake, the music slows down slightly, just for a fraction of a second, and I want you to imagine that the air has just turned slightly colder. So we're at the end of summer, and you've still got that warm summer air with the summer evenings, but we've started to get a cold breeze coming in, ready for winter. So we're just going to do a slight wrap round you, one each way, to indicate that you're trying to warm yourself up ever so slightly. So after our leaf shake, which is still summery, we then do a hug and a hug. Great. Carrying on, we step this foot out and we're going to do 3 wafts. So I want you to imagine that the breeze is coming in now. So as we step, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So all I'm doing with my hand is basically dropping my wrist, 2, 3, but both of them together like this. A bit like a wave. So we step out, 1, 2, 3. You then bring your feet together, up. We're going to drop forward, down right to the floor, again like a leaf falling. Up, we're going to drop down, rebuild and stand up. We then repeat that whole section the other way, which is step out, waft, 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 bring in, up and drop. Take your time to come back up. Great job, everyone. Carrying on from there, I want you to imagine that this is the last time you're going to see the sun before the winter. So the sun is still out. We're going to lean, we're going to stretch our palms to the sky. Imagine that these are heat pads and you're having to absorb every ray of sunshine before the winter months. So we're going to stretch out, really feel that last sun ray, feel the last sun ray. You're then going to run back to the center like this, backwards. We're going to sweep our arms across our chest and open up for the big last ray of sunshine. Hold it there for a fraction of a second. Lean over and sweep down to the floor where we started for the start of spring, and then roll onto our back for the end. Let's recap that new section.
Are you ready? Get into position, just like Charlotte. Okay, here we go.
So, we've done step, waft, waft, waft. Bring feet together, drop forward and up. Other way, step, waft, waft, waft. Feet together, up, drop forward and up. Last ray of sunshine. Stretch, hold it, stretch, hold it. Run backwards, backwards, sweep and open. Absorb that last ray of sunshine. Over, slide down slowly to the floor. Stretch your legs out, roll onto your back for the end of the music. Fabulous job, everybody. Let's try it from the top. And again, if you're finding it a bit quick, just go back down and break down the sections.
Are you ready? Get into position, just like Charlotte. Okay, here we go.
We start with our walks. Step, step, step and swish. Step, step, step and swish. Over, fall down to the floor. And roll. Slowly take your time to your knees. Glide, glide. Grab the leaves. Stand, chuck them in the air. Shake. A slight wrap round you. Step, waft, waft, waft. Bring feet together, drop forward and up. Other way. Step, waft, waft, waft. Feet together, up, drop forward and up. Stretch, hold it, stretch, hold it. Run backwards, backwards, sweep and open, over. Slide down slowly to the floor. Stretch your legs out, roll onto your back for the end of the music.
Okay, same again, but this time without me talking. Are you ready? Here we go.
Fantastic job, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. Keep moving when you're at home and keep practicing all your dancing, and we hope to see you back at Southall Park very soon.